have a mini Katha for you. Now, I'm sure you have heard many stories about elephants, lions, tigers, giraffes, zebras, you name it. But have you heard the epic, legendary tale about frogs? Let's hear it today. Alright? So, all the frogs in the jungle met one day. They had a conference and they were talking to each other. Right? Let's hear it. Lots of talk going on between the frogs. And what were they talking about? Let's listen in. What they were saying was, everyone has all these stories about these big animals and nobody has a story about us. We have to do something about it. Why don't we have a very big, grand race? A race of frogs. Can you imagine that? So, they all decided to send out invitations to all their jungle family. They invited the lions, they invited the elephants, the tigers, the giraffes, the zebras, the tortoises, the birds, the bees, everybody. And they said, big grand race at the old fort in the jungle. Come and see the best frog win. And the day finally dawned of the big grand race. And all the frogs lined up at the base of the fort and they started climbing. All of them at one time. And as they were about a quarter of the way up and everybody was cheering them, yay frogs, come on, yes you can do it, come on frogs. And when they were quarter way up with everybody cheering them on, it started to rain. And it grew stronger and stronger. And everybody suddenly thought, these frogs are little tiny creatures. It becomes very slippery when it rains. It's raining very hard now. The frogs, come down, you will slip and fall. And half the frogs looked down at those cries. They're like, that's right, it's getting very slippery. Maybe we'll slip and fall. So they started to climb back down. And the other half kept going. And the animals still told them it started raining even harder. It was raining and pouring, torrential rain. And they said, frogs, don't risk your life for a race. Come back down. And it kept raining. And the other half also started coming down slowly and steadily because they were afraid they would slip and fall. Except for one frog. He kept going and going up and up through the rain. The rain was blinding his eyes and still he kept going saying, oh, I'm going to win this race. I know, I have to finish it at least. And he kept going up. And finally he reached the top of the fort, the only frog to finish the race. And at the top was sitting the vulture. He was a very senior vulture. They had decided that he was going to be the judge of the race, the umpire of the race. So he was sitting and he was watching this little frog come all the way up without stopping and without giving in to what everybody was yelling at him and all the advice people were throwing at him. And he said, well done, frog, well done. You must tell me what made you keep going on when people were shouting so much advice at you and yelling and telling you to save your life by going down very slowly and not slipping and falling. What made you keep on going so bravely? Tell me. And the frog said, And that is our mini Katha for today. I hope you liked listening to it. Bye.